Hellos, welcomes back everyone. And Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Thalon here, Cypher 9. And we are continuing where we last left off. We were doing an interlude video, where I believe we did the flashpoint known as Mandalorian Raiders. And we are continuing with the main storyline. We have received intelligence from headquarters that there are two cells that are of high priority to the Eagles network. And so that's where we're heading right now. We have the cells located on Alderaan and on Tatooine. I'm going to be doing the terrorist cell on Tatooine first. It's been a few weeks since I played as Thalon, so forgive me, I'm a little bit rusty. I'm actually only recording this for YouTube. I'm not actually going to be making this, I'm not streaming this live on Twitch, which I have been doing just so I can get myself back into the swing of things. So, just kind of refamiliarizing myself with my abilities. I will probably do that while in combat. Right. I don't think there's anything we need to do right now. Nope, that's fine. Let's get ourselves underway. Oh yes, the mission console. So, Tatooine, part of the distant Outer Rim. A harsh desert planet off all the major trade routes, Tatooine is known for its heat, its sand, its dangerous wildlife, and little else. Only a few settlements dot Tatooine's endless wastes, inhabited by handfuls of traders and moisture farmers. Tatooine's obscurity has also attracted a small but significant criminal population, here to hide from galactic authorities. Tatooine lacks any central government or allegiance to the Republic or the Empire. There are rumours, though, of an Imperial occupation taking place in one of the frontier settlements, but nothing has been confirmed. Well, let's just confirm it for you. The Republic and the Empire have their own dedicated spaceports. The Republic will land on the settlement known as Anchorhead and start their own quest line from there, whereas the Empire have made deals to make Mos Ila their starting base of operations as they venture out into the desert. So, let's get ourselves underway. Recommended level, levels 24 to 28. And Darkside is victorious for just over another hour. Very nice.
Watcher 2 to Cypher 9. Link established with Mos Ila spaceport. Updating encryption protocols. And transmission secure. I assume the flight was uneventful?
I arrived in one piece. What's the mission?
Tatooine's a desert world. Binary star system, minimal life forms, sparsely populated by farmers and petty criminals. Mos Ila is the sole Imperial outpost. Not normally somewhere we'd expect terrorists to congregate. But these are unusual terrorists. The Ghost Cell.
Unusual in what way? Methodology, politics, species?
Methodology and function. Years ago, we heard rumors of a training program for hardened radicals. A terror cell specializing in stealth, infiltration, and assassination. Information now suggests this Ghost Cell is real. Elite support for the Eagles network.
Some lead to bring the cell from rumor to priority 1.
The attack on Drummond Cast forced us to re-examine our assumptions, accept new possibilities. We're targeting Tatooine on the word of an anonymous source claiming to be a former Ghost Cell member. The source says that stopping the terrorists is a matter of conscience. He wants a face-to-face meeting.
An anonymous source demands a meet. Doesn't inspire faith.
What he's given us checks out, and we can't ignore this. Soothe his paranoia and dispose of him when you've eliminated the cell. He's waiting for a call from a holocom terminal in town. Stay on guard. Watcher 2 out.
Interesting. Okay, we actually have a Codex entry. The ghost cell is an urban legend in the intelligence community, an explanation or an excuse for disasters otherwise inexplicable. Rumors describe an organization on a remote planet somewhere in the galaxy devoted to the training and education of master killers, an organization that seeks out radicals and terrorists in order to further develop their abilities to help assassins and saboteurs turn their talents into art. Very interesting. And apparently one of them is choosing as a matter of conscience to defect. Yeah, I have my doubts, but if they are somehow linked to the Eagle, we should investigate. If we can shut them down, all the better. Let's dress appropriately for the occasion. I think this will do us nicely, especially on Tatooine. This is one of the... Actually, this may be the first world where there is a small chance we may actually get some PvP with elements of the other faction, with players of the Republic. There are some regions on Tatooine where both players of the Empire and the Republic do actually congregate for their quest lines.
Shh, don't spoil the moment.
Kaleo is acting as our tank right now, that's perfectly fine. We have been level synced down to level 29. Most of our major stats have been capped. Kaleo's have not. Yeah, fair enough. As per usual, seems rumours of our arrival have reached certain ears, and people would like our attention.
Welcome to Tatooine, sir. If you hold a moment, I can provide directions to the research center.
You must be looking for someone else.
You're... sorry, my error. Much of the Imperial traffic we get is assigned to the archaeological expedition. Security, scientific equipment. They don't tell me what it's for. If you're going to be here long, you might wish to speak to Captain Gola. Ensure that our operations don't overlap.
I'll pay your captain a visit.
These are the center's coordinates. I'll alert them that you may be coming.
Interesting meshing error there.
Looks like the imps did a number on this place. Come on, let's get down before your skin starts peeling.
Okay, level 50. Anything new available? Yes. Interesting. Okay, we'll just grab that. Target acquired. Has a 2-minute, well, normally would be a 2-minute cooldown. Increases the range and tech accuracy by 30% and armor armor penetration by 15%. 10 seconds is not a long time, but we could make it work. We had someone bounce past us. We might as well switch over to the PvP instance. It's going to be relatively quiet. Not that we're going to get any PvP around the first region anyway. Once we come back, we'll have a quick look at the overall map. Okay, we're back. Yes, we are the only Imperial player on the PvP instance right now. Which means we have all the enemies to ourselves. So we have Mos Ila here, obviously the city itself, and various areas of interest around the city. But if we pop out to the entirety of the world map, we have the Republic spaceport of Anchorhead and its surrounds. Both players of the Republic and the Empire will end up in Jundland. We will have our section to the south here, while the Republic's in the north. There is a road inlaying towards the Dune Sea that both players of both factions would have to follow. And our final quest line will lead us into the Dune Sea for one reason or another. But yeah, we could encounter players in Jundland. They can get over to our region and vice versa. And there's a better chance we'll encounter someone in the Dune Sea. There is actually a PvP section, which I keep forgetting the name of. Hold that thought. The Outlaw's Den, there you go. Here on Tatooine, it's kind of like around this area, where even if you're not in the PvP instance, you'll be switched to PvP as soon as you enter that area. There's a couple of vendors in there. We have our heroic mission terminal. Once again, we'll ignore that terminal, but we'll see what heroic mission NPCs are out and about. And we just need to remember to take our time and take in the sights a little. It's too easy just to, as I say, because we played this game so often, it's so easy just to run around and focus on the main objectives and not take in the locale that we're actually exploring. So, let's see. Level 50, did it get us anything else? I think it's level 51 for our next utility point, and then level 52 for our next passive. Not a problem. We have our contact, who wants us to use this holocron terminal. Should we speak to them? Yeah, we'll speak to them now, why not? See what they have to say. Introduce ourselves. It's only polite.
I've been waiting for days. I don't appreciate being jerked around. Who is this anyway? Who sent you?
I'm with intelligence. You don't need to know my name.
Fine, no names. I'll talk about the terrorists, but I need a guarantee. If we're going to meet, no one can know. Not the Ghost Cell, not Imperial Security.
I can't promise anything unless you tell me what's going on.
I don't trust you, and the Ghost Cell wants me dead. That should tell you enough. There are sentry droids all around town. Imperial model, but everyone knows their holocam feeds are insecure. The Ghost Cell could use them to find me. Take out the droids and I can make a rendezvous.
Say I agree. Where do we make contact?
Once you've dealt with the sentries, head to the market. Give the droids holocams to a merchant named Dotto Wiss. He'll send you to me.
You'll get your safe passage. Then we talk.
Interesting. So seemingly these security droids have unsecure holocams. Maybe the Empire should know more about this. We should deal with the manufacturers if they're giving us faulty goods. Oh, I'm just going to quickly check my graphical settings. Seems fine.
Rise and shine.
A bit overkill. So we need these droid holocams. Nothing of interest. That droid poisoned me. Interesting. Well, we'll look into dealing with those droids. At the same time, let's go speak to this Captain Gola, who leads an archaeological team here. Ah, that's right. What are my controls for Kaleo again? Control A, Control S. Okay, good. Yeah, it used to be Control 1, but we switched that over, didn't we? We have an Imperial Lieutenant here who would like our attention. Let's speak to Captain Golar first. Once again, introduce ourselves.
Keela, I need those water readings. We won't get more supplies without a report.
Sorry, sir. I'll check soon as I can. Sand in the gauges.
Blast. Bring in some local technicians. See if they can fix us up while I greet our guests. Barden Gola, sir. Imperial Reclamation Service. I've run excavations on Zeost, Malachor II, and Nimdrovis. But add a little heat and dust and we've got nothing but trouble.
Your man at the spaceport said this was a research center.
Not exactly up to standard, but yes, Mos Ila is our base of operations.
Why, Captain, you should have alerted me. You know I enjoy guests. Captain Golar and his crew report to me. I am Darth Silthar. They are my hands, digging and scraping where I cannot. We came to Tatooine to solve a mystery. One of dead men and desert secrets. Not for conquest, but for power.
I didn't realize this was a Sith operation.
The Empire recently found a damaged shuttle drifting through deep space. It came from a Zerka Corporation research base on Tatooine.
Zerka had Tatooinian artifacts they claimed were the find of the millennium. Mystery devices with the energy throughput of a sun. But a month after the shuttle launch, their research base disappeared. Zerka never came back.
Somewhere in this wasteland is power enough to destroy a world, remake a galaxy. My team is going to find the Zerka base and these artifacts along with it. We will learn their secrets. Will you join us?
Tell me more about Zerka.
Fools who believe that research and technology are a match for true power. They will not interfere. Now, scattered across the desert, sheltered within caves, live a people called the Sons of Palawa. They are an exacting and ritualistic tribe, come to Tatooine to test themselves against the elements. A settlement nearby has something we need.
They will cooperate or meet their doom.
Yes. Though their might is considerable, especially as they possess... What was it, Captain?
Experimental battle droids, armed with turbo lasers, shields, and who knows what else.
Circa droids, no doubt rebuilt by the Sons of Palawa. And the tribals are not inclined to share.
Why can't you claim them yourself?
The captain and his crew are not soldiers, alas.
After the Empire took Mos Ila, the Sons of Palawa decided we were invaders. They'll shoot anyone who gets close.
But why should that stop you? If the droids truly are from Zerka, I want their secrets. Dissect them, peel the droids' armor, and bring the captain their Verba brains. Then they will lead us to the missing Zerka base.
Interesting. Power to remake the galaxy. Here on this dust ball of a planet. Certainly interesting. And while we're also here, we have a staged bonus mission. The first stage is to collect some communication codes actually here in Mos Ila. Hello, Lieutenant.
You ever wonder what the Empire was thinking? Trying to take this wasteland? You interested in striking a blow against the Exchange? Sooner the Empire tightens the noose, the sooner most of us can ship home. Gangsters are smuggling our explosives out of Mos Ila, selling them to the Republic. We need to show them it's a bad idea.
What's the situation?
The Exchange has been hiding their haul in back alleys until they consolidate for a big shipment. We need our explosives back, and we need to find out who's running their operation. If you'll help, I'll get you locations for all suspected stashes. But be careful. We've already lost good soldiers to the Exchange guards.
If I need to fight, I'll fight.
If any of their men attack, search them. They must have a base, a way to communicate. Retrieving the explosives is important, but we must get to their leaders to stop this problem for good.
Okay, so the Exchange, who we learned a lot about on Nar Shaddaa, and dealt a few blows to, also have an operation here. We need to find out explosive chemicals and locate their base of operations. Their who's leading the Exchange here? Oh well, there's the chemicals easily enough. Ooh, there's someone of the Exchange keeping an eye on them.
You and me, getting good.
Ah, they also are carrying some of the communication codes we need. Ah, so the Exchange are also involved, maybe with the Sons of Palawa. How curious. And how unfortunate for them. I did, like, during my brief time away, I was contemplating looking at another Jedi Consular playthrough. Looking at maybe playing as a dark side Jedi Consular. I tried, I played around with some of the dialogue options as like a test on Typhon, the prologue world. It didn't feel quite right for me. So I didn't really take it any further. I thought I'd just try some of the dialogue options. I didn't even try to make like a proper series of it. It just didn't feel appropriate for what I was up to or what I wanted to do. Oh, we have this Datto to hand over the holocams to. Yeah, if I'm going to continue another series, it would probably be a light-sided Sith warrior, though I have mentioned that a few times in the past. Part of me still wishes I had almost made Curse my light-sided Sith warrior. With his with some of his honourable traits, it might have worked out rather well. I have a feeling that if I play my light-sided Sith warrior, I might play him similarly. I'll have to consider how I would want to roleplay the character once again. We'll make something work in the future. Let's see if we can get this last communication code. Okay. Ooh, we are now Sinister. Dark Side of Line Tier 2. There has been an update of late, and this amplifier list turns up. There might be a menu to disable it. I'm not really a fan of it just turning up like this. I'd rather it be toggled, something you could toggle open. But we'll work it out. Okay, so stage 2 is to access the encrypted communicators, which are dotted around Mos Ila. I see. We'll go see Datto since he's right here. He'll point us in the direction of our contact for the ghost cell.
Smells like a sweaty farmer. Great spot for a dead drop.
Good droids. Many droids. You coming to shop now? Yes. You look around.
I'm not in the market for droids, but I've got holocams to sell.
Holocams? Yes. Yes, for these we make an exchange. I get holocams, you get shiny mouse droid. Good condition.
Wink, wink.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll do nicely.
Yes, yes. Look, your droid is getting away. Better follow him.
On Hutta, we used mouse droids for target practice.
Actually seeing some dark side corruption. I thought I'd disabled that. I see. My bad. Quick, follow the mouse droid.
Keep your weapons down. I don't want to fight, I just... You sure you weren't followed?
I need to know who I'm talking to. Weapons stay out until then.
Okay. I'm not gonna cause trouble.
Oh, she's scared. Who needs a hug?
My name is Mia Hawkins. I'm not giving you the runaround. It's just... The ghost cell can look like anyone. Holographic disguise.
Holographic disguises will only get you so far.
They're not... Let me start over. I used to be part of Cobalt Flag, the anti-occupation group on Sullust. We fought the Empire, organized bombings and sabotage. Didn't work. Last year, Imp Security cracked down. Most of us died. I was approached by people who offered me a way out. Retraining.
They were part of the ghost cell.
No. Just members of the Eagles network who pointed the way. The Eagles people smuggled me into Tatooine, brought me to this weird empty village in the middle of the desert. The ghost cell lived there, a few dozen fighters from around the galaxy, training under their leader, the old man.
Let's hear some more.
He was ancient. Brilliant. He taught us how to move unseen, kill anyone. The old man's village was an empty model. We could experiment with bombs, sniper fire, whatever. I spent months there. Then they started kidnapping civilians, brought them to the village so we could practice. That's when I slipped away.
With your past, I'm surprised you had such a weak stomach.
Those people were innocent. There are limits. The ghost cell has to stop. I don't know where the village is. They kept us sedated coming and going. But I had a thought. The cell gets food and supplies from some smuggler in town. Name of Dragon Eyes. If we can flesh him out, he can lead us there.
We make noise, Dragon Eyes takes the bait.
Exactly. I patched together these tracking devices. Wouldn't be hard to plant them on customers in the local cantina. People who know things. Then you ask around for Dragon Eyes, loud and public. Someone's bound to try and warn him, and with the trackers, we can see who.
I start asking questions, I'll expose myself.
I know, but if someone targets you, we know it's working. I'll monitor the trackers and call you when someone gets in touch with Dragon Eyes. But work fast, okay?
Remember that we were instructed to deal with this, defector once the mission was complete.
It's time to bait the trap. The cantina's the best place to start. We need to draw out Dragon Eyes.
Well, as long as she makes herself useful for now. Right, let's find these encrypted communications. That's one. So we need to go into the cantina. The Silt Shift cantina. Not a problem. First things first. We have the cantina and the marketplace we need to gain access to. There may be some quests in the cantina as well, come to think of it. It's been a while. Head back towards the spaceport, because another one of those communicators is up along that way. Ah, they've moved it. Maybe. Are you going to get upset? No? Maybe I'm thinking of a different quest. I think there used to be an item on one of those stands over there. That could be another quest, though. Let's go hit the marketplace before we hit the cantina. See if we can find out the exchange's base of operations. It's somewhere here. There's another one of those communicators. That's what I need. Oh. Oh, I am right. The communicator is up there. God damn it. Ooh, do you have my signaling device? You do have my signaling. Perfect.
You and me, we're getting good.
Bloody Kubas. Okay, so we now know where the exchange's base of operations is. There's a warehouse to the south. Do we want to go check that out now? We may as well. Then head back to the spaceport from there. There's plenty to do here in Mos Ila before we even try to get deeper and actually into the desert. So this is where the exchange has our explosives.
Rise and shine. Mission complete. Just need to find the rendezvous site, which I believe is upstairs. Signal for pickup, seeing we have enough explosives for the exchange to make it worth their while.
towards the spaceport. See the last communicator on the map here. But somewhere, there it is. Thank you. Perfect. So stage 3 is to access a communication station. And there is a member of the Exchange, I believe, who has some attack plans on Mos Ila itself.
Your smuggling ring is broken. Here's everything I could salvage.
Excellent. I was hoping that was you I was hearing about. The local authorities have been all in a dither about an unprovoked massacre of suspected Exchange members. I hope this compensates you sufficiently for your time.
Thank you very much. Relics, which we don't need. Okay, let's go make a nuisance of ourselves at the cantina here.
Sleazy little cantina. If I had to live on a planet like this, I'd be drinking here too.
Go Adam. Well, we can make ourselves look like a sand person if we so choose.
Kirikami Membo.
Come on, don't be shy. Get up there.
I'm fine down here, thank you.
Ah, don't be like that. You're one of us now. It's a squad tradition.
You're saying you've all cavorted around on stage like a bunch of loons?
If we say yes, will you do it?
No, but it'll make for an interesting report to the commander.
Right, just gonna slip this tag onto you. Hey, Paxton! How you doing?
I wonder if anything important would ever happen on this dust bowl.
No, not
Nice
really.
sunsets, at least.
And you, and waitress, you. Perfect. You, my friend.
So the Imperials come in with 3 astromech droids, and I'm thinking to myself, I see. You want something? I'm a little busy here.
I'm looking for a man. Dragon Eyes. You heard of him?
Dragon Eyes. That doesn't ring any bells, but that don't mean much. What's this guy to you?
The two of us have shared interests. A meeting could be profitable.
Well, I'll keep an ear out, but I can't promise much.
Let's ask around, see if one of these losers can find a clue.
Good news. An old Rhodian left the cantina a few minutes ago. Fidgety. Nervous. I'm tracking him. Might be going to Dragon Eyes. The bad news is, ghost cell assassins are all over. They're coming to kill you.
I didn't expect them so soon.
Yeah. Sorry. They've got stealth tech and street clothes. No way to find and fight them all. You need to get them off your back, and now. Take the offensive. Draw them into an ambush.
I don't need your advice.
If that were true, there wouldn't be a ghost cell, would there? Grab a speeder out of town. There's an old wind farm not far. Plenty of cover. And dust's good for jamming stealth. Should hide the bodies, too. Look, I have to go. They'll be looking for me. Talk later.
We didn't even know the truth about the ghost cell until, well, 40 minutes ago. If we had known about them sooner, we could have dealt with them sooner. Oh, maybe that's just overconfidence talking.
Here's what I got. Look quick if you want. Bring your creds back anytime.
Just leave some music playing. So, the ghosts are out and after us. They were probably already here in Mos Ila looking for Mia Hawkins. So she's told us about this wind farm. It's actually over in Junland, which we have yet to go visit, so we can leave that till later. For now, we need to go see the Sons of Palawa for Captain Gola and his Sith Overlord. But I still think there's a quest or two we can pick up. I believe there is a side mission here. Probably on the upper level. And I think there's a heroic mission we can grab as well.
Welcome to Tatooine. I believe I am one of the few here privileged to have the true knowledge of your position and identity.
Are you trying to tell me you're a threat?
My name is Commander Villos. I came to Tatooine to eliminate the Jawa problem. I was wondering, in all of your travels, have you had much experience with Force use among lesser alien species?
I'm not exactly an expert in the Force.
Have you ever fought the Jawas? Natives here. I was told they would give us no trouble. Is it possible they use the Force? A dozen of my officers were killed by the vermin, all with burns from lightning. If the Jawas are using the Force to resist our occupation, we must bring proof to the Dark Council, so that they may crush the threat.
What would it take to convince them?
I have some information from the one patrol that managed to return. The Jawa tribes are not as isolated as we thought. Apparently, they communicate with each other using secret relays in the deep desert. If they're training Force users, those relays will be our way to find out where and how.
How do you plan to do that?
We need to bug the relays, but the Jawas have reconstituted assault droids around every one, and the messages are in code. The communications relays are in the desert outside Mos Ila. If you want to help, plant these bugs on them, then hunt down the ranking Jawas in the area. If we're lucky, one of them has the cipher for the code.
Curious. Force using Jawas. Capable of using Force lightning as well. Impressive. So we need to know where the Jawas are gathering, where their base of operations may be. We'll probably go along that way while on our way to meet the Sons of Palawa. We have this heroic mission here. Hello.
You're a welcome sight, sir. I have a problem crucial to Imperial control over this sector. I could use your guidance. These generators once provided power to most of Mos Ila. The Empire needs them reactivated, but the Jawas are getting in my way. They built these machines when they controlled the town. Now that I'm converting their inane tech for Imperial use, the Jawas won't hand over the special power cores I require.
Take what you need. If they refuse, punish them.
I don't have enough forces to attack. I tried brokering a trade instead, but the Jawas wouldn't surrender the cores. They claim they're being used to power droids, some kind of defense against the exchange. Likely excuse. The Empire can't tolerate insubordination. Perhaps you could massacre their camp, destroy their droids, and bring their power cores to me for the glory and defense of the Empire.
The punishment for defiance must be swift and ruthless.
I knew you'd understand. Thank you, sir. The Jawas set up their defenses outside of town. I'll show you.
This is one of those missions where you have to be very careful with the bonus mission. as I think you have a bonus to defeat quite a few of the Jawas and their droids, but in looting the bodies you pick up the power cores, which can auto-complete the mission. So you've got to try and avoid looting as much as possible. First things first though, let's complete the final stage of this Verbo brain mission. That's our target.
Alright, make me look good.
I'll take those attack plans. We'll hand those over to someone who will benefit from them.
What do you figure? Scrap? Or is there something decent around here?
Mostly scrap, I imagine. Oh, we have a little forward outpost to head deeper into the desert. Oh, we have a major here.
Criminals and vagabonds. Everywhere on Tatooine, the Empire's great works are besieged by criminals and vagabonds.
Major Veer, sir, you have a guest.
Welcome, Agent. Here to correct the dismal embarrassment this post represents, I hope.
I can't discuss my mission, Major.
Of course not. As I was just explaining to the lazy sots in my command, the Exchange Crime Syndicate is flagrantly defying the Empire's directives. They're banned by Imperial law, yet they've given refuge here to dozens of murderers, spice dealers. They've even started processing spice outside Mos Ila, and yet my men refuse to act.
But sir, we lost 15 men in our last attempt.
Quiet! I am well versed in this company's many failures. Clearly, I must turn elsewhere to see Imperial law restored.
Just give me the targets, and I'll take care of the rest.
Actual results. Pay attention, men. The job is simple. The spice processing operation outside Mos Ila must be completely obliterated, and its guards killed as a lesson. With their men dead and machinery destroyed, the message will be clear. I look forward to seeing you when it is done.
And we're taking it to the Exchange once again. So, we have the Exchange, their guards, and spice processing equipment, the Jawas, and their communications, and then the Sons of Palawa all together. Bonus to defeat 20 members of the Exchange. Might as well just keep pushing forward because this is the processing stations near the back. guards dealt with. To deal with the Jawas. We need to bug their communications, find a way to decrypt their communications.
You and me? We're getting good.
Jawas dealt with. Let's plant our final bug. Now, you, or one of these guardians, has the code cipher we need. Perfect. Hopefully we'll be able to triangulate the Jawas' base of operations. Meanwhile, let's bypass more of the exchange here. Don't think we have a bonus mission here. Let's find out. Oh, we do. Oh, wait. These aren't all the exchange. Okay, these are the droids repaired by the Sons of Palawa. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. And we have a structure built into the rock face. Sorry, I was thinking of Halo 1. Cortana saying, but this is not a standard geological formation. Yeah, no shit, Cortana. Right, somewhere we need to find a verbo brain which is serviceable that we can then get a data read from. Here's one droid. Condition of its verbal brain. Unfortunately, no. Not suitable.
You and me?
you have what I'm looking for.
I am Frere One of the Sons of Palawa. You have won this battle, and I call for parley. You've brutalized our keepings. Tell us why our wives and children weep, so that this feud may be honorable.
Your battle droids had data I required.
Then you fight for resources. There are worse causes. We know about the Empire's expedition. Whatever you're after, you won't find it. The desert protects its own. And though we can't keep you from departing, beware Tatooine, and beware our vengeance. You've made an enemy today.
You won't survive long enough to get revenge.
And your bloodlust will lead to your death.
Sorry. Just chuckling to myself that we were in the middle of combat and I had a sneeze come on. See, that would be the worst time for a sneeze to occur in the middle of battle. Okay, we have everything we need, I believe. No, I was gonna say, I was contemplating quick traveling back to Mos Ila, but we don't need to do that. Let's report our various successes.
Look sharp, men. This is what success looks like. An entire exchange operation crushed like an insect. May your accomplishment inspire them to do their own jobs half as well.
That should wrap things up.
Our Empire's standing will be much improved thanks to your work. Farewell.
You are welcome. Where are we dropping off the plans? Ah, next to the archaeological base of operations.
I must thank you for the work you did with the Jawa communications. The bugs you set are already transmitting. Any rebellion the Jawas plan will come straight to our ears. I trust finding the cipher gave you little difficulty.
Let's see if this confirms your theories.
Let me transmit the code to our surveillance team. Ah, yes! The Jawas speak of spirit wielders, those who possess the magic of their shamans. I assume they mean the Force. Their young go to a secret training ground to learn the shaman's magic. They're building an army there. We must stop them. This shaman, the one training their armies. We need to bring her into custody, study her, learn what she is made of.
Do your scientists prefer their specimens alive or dead?
Please take her alive. The Sith must observe her using the Force. There is little her corpse can tell them. I hope I can rely on you to make this happen.
I'll hunt down this so-called shaman.
Your enthusiasm is admirable, but I wouldn't suggest capturing a Force user without a means to restrain her. This colony was recently favored by a visit from a Sith Lord, Lord Biro. She's known for having captured Jedi. Seek her aid. I'll tell her to expect you.
See what this Sith Lord can offer us to take in a Force user without too much trouble. Speak to Captain Golar and Darth Silphar in a moment.
Of course. Hello. Commander Villos told me to expect you. I'm surprised someone of your background would agree to a mission like this. The idea that a Jawa, the lowest sort of alien scum, has the discipline it takes to use the Force is nothing short of insulting. These Jawa shamans are simply charlatans putting on a show for the gullible. However, if it were true...
Sounds like your faith isn't as unshakable as you'd like.
This has the potential to sow chaos throughout the Empire. Imagine if no one respected the power of the Sith, if they believed the lowest slave could muster the same powers. For the sake of the Empire, it is crucial that the Force remain mysterious. The province of the elite, not Jawas.
Is this a bad time to ask your advice on restraining Force users?
On the contrary, I will aid you in Commander Villo's quest. But only because I expect you to redirect your goals. Find this Jawa training ground, hunt down this shaman, but kill her and any Force users you see. Bring Commander Villos a regular Jawa warrior, and tell him it's the shaman. Any studies will prove conclusively that Jawas have no connection to the Force.
I'm not going to lie just to serve your political goals.
My goals are the goals of the Empire. Commander Villos is a fool. However, he has alerted our superiors to this issue, and they expect results. I suggest you reconsider, but I will not interfere with your mission. These shackles have held Jedi before. They should restrain your shaman easily. If she exists.
It may be a bad idea to get on the bad side of a Sith Lord who can make our life much more difficult. Hopefully Lord Biro never gains a strong position in overseeing Imperial Intelligence to remember our slight against her.
What's wrong, Hale? I can sense your fear.
Sorry, my lord. I'm remembering that time on Ziost, when I was buried alive.
That's good. Use that fear, Hale. Let it push you. Ah, did you bring us the droid mines?
I obtained the parts, but it riled up the tribals.
That is of no concern. The Sons of Palawa will not trouble us. I sense we'll do incredible things together. Zerka's discovery is out there somewhere, sending ripples through the Force.
Let's get the vertebrains analyzed, my lord. Keela.
Memory wipe destroyed the old files, but it looks like the Sons of Palawa bought the droids from Jawas.
All right. Guess that makes the Jawas our next lead to the Zerka base.
What's a Jawa?
The Jawas are one of the native species, primitive masters of machinery.
They swarm like rats during the trade season, selling droid parts and generators. Then it's back to the desert.
In my dreams, I see one band that remains in the wastes near this city. Find them. I must meditate.
I hope Zerka's secret is worth such cost and effort, my lord.
It will be. It must be.
Show the vertebrains to the Jawas. See if they can't identify the source. They won't have records, but they're clever. Good hunting. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and stay cautious.
So nice that the captain cares for our well-being. Hey, level 51. Which means I think we have a new... Yeah, new utility point. What to spend that on? We have shield probe, or countermeasures. When entrench ends or you leave cover, increases your movement speed. Okay, so that's a bit more movement. Reduce the cooldowns of shield probe and cover by 5 seconds. The cooldown on maim and flashbang might be quite nice. I'll contemplate that. We'll think. We'll see. Any new abilities? Oh, there is. Ooh, finally. We have our covered escape. Roll forward 18 meters, purging movement impairing effects, and landing crouch behind cover. While rolling, your chance to dodge attacks is increased by 100%. Awesome. Aha! I'll take that. Unfortunately, now we need to move our skills around a bit. Let's just shuffle everything along slightly. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. The funny thing with Lord Barrow as well, I forgot to mention, is how she believes the Force must remain mysterious and in the hands of the betters of the Empire, and that no slave should have power. Meanwhile, if you're playing as a Sith Inquisitor, you started as a lowly slave. Which can make for an awkward conversation. So, let's see, we have our heroic mission here. We have the Jawas who gained or traded away the machines to the Sons of Palawa. We also have the cave where the Jawa shaman is meant to be. So, what we'll do is we'll use the heroic transport ability to park us about here, deal with the heroic mission, then we'll go deal with the Jawas in other respects as well. So yeah. So as I say, we need 3 power cores, but I'm sure there's a bonus to maybe defeat so many Jawas. So we have to be careful. Plus, the enemies aren't... Some of the groups of enemies are quite strong here.
Rise and shine.
Eliminate 18 18 of the Jawas forces, but we already have 2 of the power cores. Nope, I automatically went to loot. It's a habit. It's ingrained that you defeat a group, go loot the bodies. And that's what I mean. That's how easy it is to screw up the bonus mission here. Take some poison. Ah, crap. Ah, almost went to loot again.
Rise and shine.
Oh, it's not on this? Oh, right. Okay. Ah, went to loot again. God damn it. Jesus. Right.
Once the generators regain power, the Empire can finally control all of Mos Ila. You've performed a great service for us all.
I know. You're very welcome. Ah! Going up. Ow, ow, ow. Pain, suffering.
On my way.
Cute.
On my way.
Right, let's find the Trade Master.
Wama Otoja Koga Hutapawa to Bambawula.
Jawa, I have parts here from a droid you sold. I need them identified.
Kokola Kopana Tejaka. Magusa no Pachonki Fa Gutagioto India.
Look at this as an opportunity to work with the Empire. You might come out ahead.
Shisakawa Kyota Bubanda Bakiwanki. Mo gutuli ompi bedwana, ni popo chopa uma.
You're going to tell me what I need or you're dead.
Sabi otra pata niente fare manatsuki batantaton.
Shh. Don't spoil the moment.
God damn it. I had a feeling he was calling for aid.
Joking wampa. La hagua de costo un paso do bisca. Nero de soslimo. Crispa do kanki kun ke kupa. Chapon ka utman gisa. Chapod I kafuan chawa.
Let's hear some more.
So how to pull your is Divoto, se go to whoopie whoopie. Fui panega tweety, hey, poka donko, wana wanga.
Have you investigated the lockbox yourself?
Fui panega tweety, hey, poka donko, wana wanga. Yuna liska chanaga wa, chi, kaspaina kontrinka.
Get out of here.
La poda na wake no lia.
Okay, so some strangers came along and helped in the scavenging of this wreck, which has now been swallowed by the sands. But during the scavenging, they also found a lockbox, which very sturdy but slightly broken, seemingly. But Jawas had no luck opening the lockbox itself over the various suns. Over the various years. They don't know what's inside. Let's see if the Imperials here have any better luck. Meanwhile, we have another Jawa base of operations. Let's bypass their security droids. And in we go.
Rise and shine.
Soothsayer. Speaking of soothsayers and stuff, when was I doing it? What was happening at the time? Ah, yes, I was grinding in Final Fantasy XIV. There was a new relic weapon chain quest. For those of you who play Final Fantasy XIV, you know what I mean. But they announced a new expansion coming out, I think, at the end of the year. And there's a new healing class coming out in Final Fantasy XIV known as the Sage. A shielding, like a protection or shielding type of healer. Also raised an eyebrow with me since we have the Jedi Sage here in Star Wars The Old Republic as well, of course. There's the bonus mission complete. We just need to find the shaman and prevent her from training more Jawas in the ways of the Force.
Alright, make me look good.
tuka amishka, kabanu tas ma watila. Kichuki hasadu banko.
There's no point resisting.
No take na no ya. Wa fumare to boto bana wanki wabata ya tuka roka.
Okay, we have captured the shaman. Now it's a case... Ah! Good, the enemies have disappeared. So now it's a case of just sneaking her past the rest of the Jawas we left alive. I'll just hand her over to the Imperial forces here.
Ah, excellent work. We'll take this wretch to Commander Villos now. Talk to him if you want to learn what comes of it.
Okay. Back to Mos Ila once again. Get a quick travel over to the cantina. Oh, wrong
Easy,
way.
little cantina. If I had to live on a planet like this, I'd be drinking here too.
Hand over this lockbox first. Nope.
All right, everyone get the equipment packed. Hale, see to the speeders. Look at you. You're starting to look like reclamation service material, covered in dust like that. Did you track down the Jawas?
They gave me a lockbox from a Zerka transport.
Looks like a stasis crate. The sort Zerka used to transport samples. Won't be easy to unseal, but we can peek inside. Keela, running through the analysis grid.
On it. We'll keep the sensitivity low. Don't want to pulverize any artifacts inside.
Definitely something in there. Alien device of some sort, roughly spherical, contained in a Zerka energy field. Blasted odd.
What about it is odd?
First pass shows the artifact is over 10,000 years old. Probably distortion. The energy readings are unstable.
Give me a few days to pop it open, and we'll run the scan again.
I won't bore you with the science. Lord Siltha's on a pilgrimage, and we're getting ready to move to the forward research outpost. But we may need you again soon.
Captain, you're holding something back.
Nothing actionable. You'll know anything as soon as I do. If you're heading to the desert, contact us at the first station out from Mos Ila. Lord Silthar should have a lead on the Zerka base by then. In the meantime, we've got an artifact to study.
Seems rather excited to have a new potential toy to play with. Ooh. I see. Yeah, because at level 50 we're starting to get that kind of gear. Fair enough. Ooh, yeah, we have that lockbox as well. Happy days. So, Captain Golar's moving the archaeological team out to a forward base of operations. We have a new toy to play with. An artifact contained within a stasis sphere, spherical in shape as well, and it's registering as 10,000 years old, which is highly, highly unusual.
Ah, I'm glad you came back. When my men brought me that shaman, it looks like she put up quite a fight.
What have your scientists learned?
Every test shows this Jawa does have some connection to the Force. It's too soon to tell the extent of this ability in the population, but the Empire won't underestimate them. I'll be certain my superiors know who made this possible.
You are welcome. Okay, so I believe that's everything here in Mos Ila taken care of. We just need to get ourselves out into Jundland now. Of course, we have the wind farms and lend more assistance to the archaeological team, see what they discover from that lockbox, and find the base of operations of the Zerka team and what they were up to here on Tatooine, what they discovered. Meanwhile, what's in the box? Carbon scored gear. That's what we're going to get from our time here on Tatooine. That's obviously an implant and an earpiece, which is no good for us. What do we get from... Ooh. That's not bad, actually. This doesn't have the thick shoulder pads of the normal armor. Interesting. And the boots will reflect that as well. So, need to get ourselves over to Outpost Varaf.
Travel route is confirmed.
And to be honest, that's where we'll probably end up taking our break. There's various places, like, we could probably, you'd think you could walk to Outpost Varaf. But, once you get so far into the desert, you're in what they know, or what they call the deep desert. And you will start suffering from dehydration, like, massive dehydration. The type that saps your health by quite a bit every second that you step deeper into it. And so, you have to sometimes take a speed to get from one area to another. But here's our forward outpost. Not the only one set up in Jundland. This is the first outpost the Imperials have set up along our route. I believe there's another kind of around here. And I believe there's another set up just entering the Dune Sea. There's plenty that the Imperials would have us do. Including some scientists.
Please use all products only as intended.
Thank you, I will.
Be well.
Okay, so here we are on Outpost of Wrath, and there's not many side missions here, but if we step outside, I think there's a heroic mission or two we can pick up as well. Ooh. We have an astromech droid out there. He wants to tell us about the Flashpoint Mandalorian Raiders, which we've already completed. Oh, get ourselves hydrated. What we'll do is we'll take a break here, and when we come back, we'll contact Captain Golar and speak to Teak, the Imperial scientist there, and then we'll proceed deeper into the desert. Either way, thank you all for joining me with some more Star Wars The Old Republic. Apologies for the delay. Obviously, we've had a few weeks away, but, as I say, I feel like playing some other games at the same time, so I'm kind of slowing down progress on this series while alternating time elsewhere. Some games may not make it to YouTube, some I may just stream for entertainment purposes, but we'll see how things come along. Either way, sincerely thank you for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you for even more of the series as we continue forward. Until then, take care. Bye-bye now.